In this video, let's talk about marketing sources. So in your system, just hit the settings icon, and on the left-hand side under sales and marketing, you will find marketing sources. This is where you'll go to create different sources in the system to assign to your records so that you know exactly where they came from and can filter by it, set up reports on it, things like that. Really narrow down who's giving you the best leads, who's giving you the best conversion rates, and things like that. So you'll notice first that there is a folder where you can keep everything. By default, they're all crammed into this one folder, but feel free to add a new folder in the top right, give it a name, and that way you can further organize your sources. If you add a new folder, you can easily move these just by check marking them, hitting move to folder, and then select the new folder that you created. Let's add a new source into the system. Select your channel type. So it can be an integration, social media. If you're paying for them, choose pay per lead. Really just depends on what category this source kind of falls under. And then name the source. So let's call this Facebook. You can assign it to a drip campaign straight from when it comes into the system, or you can let the status take care of it. But this is an option available to you if you want them to come in under whatever status you want, but start a specific drip. The campaign status on or off, this really only applies to whether or not it's receiving leads or not, but you can leave this off if you don't want leads to come through, turn it on if you want them to come in. And the rest of these boxes are optional. So you can put in the lead provider, price per lead, ad source cost, whether that cost is monthly, weekly, daily, or per lead, monthly target, and a description. But from here, hit save and continue. And now that you have your source, give that campaign a name. So instead of just Facebook, we can call it like Facebook purchase. Poster record type. This is where the records that come through this source are going to land. So it can be leads, applications, whatever record type you want it to fall under, select that there. Source detail will bring up everything that we just configured, but it hides it by default in case you don't need it. But if you want to make any adjustments, just hit that and you can go in here and adjust everything. You can also build a web form if you want to build a basic form to include on your website. Keep in mind it's fairly basic, but you can use CSS and HTML if you have experience with design. You can just put in the fields that you want for your form and basically build out that form, and then you can get that HTML code from here just by copying and pasting onto your website. The bottom is going to be what most people use marketing sources for, and it's going to be post URL. So the post URL is just a secure endpoint for a lead provider or an integration to send data to, such as new leads, things like that. Hit the little arrow here to open up the posting instructions. Hit view details and it'll pull up a full posting instruction for your lead provider. So if you reach out to your lead provider and they ask for posting instructions, feel free to put us in contact with them by emailing support@setshape.com, or just go into your marketing sources, copy all of this, and send it over to that provider. It'll have everything they need. Down below is where you'll find field mappings, and these are going to be the field names for the fields in Shape. So if you're using Zapier or your lead provider needs field names to map to, search for them here. You can use the search bar up above to look for anything in the field mappings. Say you want loan amount, just copy that, drop it in Zapier, or give it to your lead provider, and you'll be good to go from there. If your lead provider needs a whole list, just hit the export button export that to a CSV, and send it on over to them. We hope this video helps. Let us know if you have any follow-up questions.